All right, we're going to do something a little different today. Let's jump in a time machine forward just a couple of years to 2026 and take a look back at how we got here. We're going to explore a concept called the knowledge runtime, which is basically the architecture that completely changed how we work with AI. So let's dive in. It sounds kind of funny now, doesn't it? But seriously, just a few years back, our best strategy was to just stuff a huge document into a context window and, well, hope for the best. It was slow, it was clunky, and honestly, it was a total gamble. Today, we're going to break down the much smarter solution that made that whole approach obsolete. You know, to really appreciate just how far we've come, we have to understand the journey. And those early days of the AI revolution, they were filled with these brilliant but, let's say, clumsy first steps. Each new idea solved one problem, but you guessed it, created a brand new one. This timeline really shows you the crazy speed of innovation. Back in 2023, it was all about prompt engineering. Then, 2024 brought vector databases, which was a huge leap for how we search for information. By 2025, we were stringing tasks together with agentic workflows. But here's the thing. Each of these pieces, as powerful as they were, was kind of its own little island. They weren't really talking to each other as part of one truly intelligent system. Okay, this slide right here gets to the absolute heart of the problem. On the left, you've got the old way of doing retrieval-augmented generation, or RAG. It basically worked on semantic similarity, which is a fancy way of saying it found text that just sounded like your question, but it had no idea how different ideas were connected. Now look at the right, GraphRAG. It doesn't just see words, it builds a whole knowledge graph that understands relationships, how people and places and ideas all link together. It's the difference between looking at a pile of random pages and actually reading a book with a plot. So how did we finally solve this logic problem and build something truly smart? Well, it all came down to a really simple but powerful metaphor. Thinking of the AI not as one single thing, but as two parts working together, a PhD and a library. Let's break this down. On the left, you have the PhD. This is the model's deep, specialized training, its education, if you will. We do this through fine-tuning, which gives the AI a really solid grasp of a specific field, its lingo, its ways of reasoning. Then, on the right, you have the library. That's our RAG system, which connects the AI to this vast, constantly updated world of external facts. So, put simply, the PhD knows how to think, and the library gives it what to think about. And that, right there, is the whole secret behind the knowledge runtime. It's the system that brings these two halves together. See, it's not about choosing one or the other. It's about making them work together seamlessly. The key thing to remember is this. You absolutely need both the PhD and the library to get what we now think of as real AI. Now, what's really interesting is that this new architecture led to this totally counterintuitive shift in the industry. For years, right, the race was all about building the biggest, baddest model possible. But in 2026, we've learned that for most jobs, small is actually the new big. This chart just says it all. On the left, you've got those giant frontier models. Yeah, they're powerful, but they cost a fortune to run and they're slow. For the huge majority of business tasks, a much smaller, specialized model, like the one on the right, is not only way faster and cheaper, but it's often more accurate because it's been trained to be an expert in one specific thing. So what this looks like in the real world is that instead of one giant do-it-all AI, a modern company uses a whole team of specialists. You'll have a small language model, or SLM, that's an expert on legal documents, another one for medical charts, one that just crushes it at writing code, and another for financial analysis. It's all about having the right tool for the right job. Okay, so we have these specialized PhDs, and we have this massive library of facts. The next logical question is, how does the system know which one to use for any given question? And this is where it gets really clever. This is the million-dollar question, right? Should the AI answer from its own internal knowledge, the PhD, or does it need to go look something up in the library? Getting this right is the key to avoiding what we used to call the latency tax, that painful slowdown you get from making unnecessary searches. The answer is a mechanism called Agentic Routing. Now, it's a simple name, but it's for a really profound ability. The AI learns to think before it searches. You have this small, super efficient agent that acts like a traffic cop, deciding the best and fastest path for every single query. So here's how it works in a nutshell. A question comes in. The router agent instantly asks itself, is this a question about a skill I have, like summarizing text or writing in a certain style? Or is this a question about a specific fact I need to look up? If it's skill-based, boom, it goes to the internal PhD. If it's fact-based, off it goes to the library. This decision happens in a split second, which makes the whole system feel incredibly fast and responsive. This new architecture does so much more than just make AI smarter and faster. It tackles one of the biggest, thorniest problems of the early AI era, trust. This is where we get to what we call knowledge accountability. And look, this isn't just a nice-to-have feature anymore. With regulations like the EU AI Act in full swing, being able to explain why an AI said what it said is an absolute legal and business necessity. The days of the black box AI are officially over. This is the true power of the knowledge runtime, because the library, that RAG component, is built on real-world, verifiable documents. Every single factual statement the AI makes can be traced right back to the source. We can now give you the exact citation, the document, the page, even the paragraph. That gives us a level of transparency that was just a pipe dream with the old models. So there you have it. We've gone all the way from just praying our prompts would work to building this fully realized knowledge runtime. By combining the deep skills of the PhD with the provable facts of the library and using smart agentic routing to choose between them, we've built systems that aren't just intelligent, they're efficient, specialized, and most importantly, trustworthy. The era of verifiable AI has arrived. The only question left is your architecture ready for it?